Alright, welcome back to SEGA Channel Retro, where we're taking a look at a lot of fan-made modifications and hacks. Well, not a lot, but at least about 3. But this one kind of came out of nowhere, but it is timely and relevant. For we have a conversion of Wolfenstein 3D to the Sega Mega Drive. Now this one is made by a person named SEGA68K. You can check out his YouTube channel, which is pretty much the only thing I can find for any kind of like website that he's got. But he has been trying to convert the original DOS game for the Genesis or Mega Drive, depending on what you prefer, and it's actually surprisingly accurate for what it is. But it's got a fair amount of options here. Although a lot of this is just kind of for technical reasons, which we don't really need to get into right now. But yeah, it does have basically everything converted over, which also includes sound-wise all the music, as well as the digitized speech that you hear throughout the game. And it does have support for 6-button controllers, although you are only relegated to 1 button for strafing, which is fine. Try and set it up here real quick. Let's see, yeah, that'll work. And on top of that, there are also some graphical filters that you can activate while you're playing the game, but I'm not going to show off what that does just yet, because let's get into the game proper. Now, currently it is in Beta 9, so we are only able to play Episode 1. But it's basically, as far as I can tell, pretty much perfect in terms of like features and levels and whatnot, as well as you know, other tidbits such as the secrets implemented. And I don't know all the secrets of this game, but I'm gonna go ahead and play on the highest difficulty as a, I guess, a way of saying I'm sorry. Now, this is not using any extra hardware. In fact, if you have an EverDrive, you can just go ahead and play this on your Genesis or Mega Drive system, and it works like 100% perfect, which is a commendable feat considering you know, there's not really a 32X in here, there's no SEGA CD in use. Well, it is definitely technically impressive with the, I believe it's a raycasting function going on here. You do kind of notice that there are some weird artifacting going on. Of course, keep in mind, this probably wasn't, you know, part of it is because it's intended to play on a television, so you'll see these lines here. On an actual, like, CRT television, these lines would probably blend together to kind of give a shading effect. And unfortunately, I'm using an emulator. I'm using SEGA Fusion. And I say unfortunately because I don't have the hardware set up to do something like that right now. Now, there's currently not any like save functionality, so you can only really make use of like save states. But episode 1's not very long. But it is also impressive, like, just how much of the screen is being taken up by the actual game itself. Albeit, it is kind of squished right now, because that's just kind of how the game displays naturally. Yeah, it's definitely timely that this release has come out, since the new Wolfenstein game had also recently come out. Oh! It seems like some of the same flaws of the original Wolfenstein game are present, such as if a door is opening, enemies are more than able to attack you through that door, and you can't really tell. And depending on how close they are, gives them a greater chance to do more damage. Oh my. Yeah, I usually like to try and kind of hang out back to make sure I'm not really getting I can't get ambushed. Yep, now's a good time as any to check out some of these graphical filters. If we use this one, it kind of blends the lines around for us, but as you can tell here, it's kind of warping some of these... kind of warping some of these characters. Yeah, as you can tell there, it doesn't look terribly great. But keep in mind, we are playing this through an emulator, not a CRT television. In fact, I could probably activate a TV mode on this thing right now. Where is it? Here it is. Ugh. I don't know about you, but I don't know. Maybe it's just because I'm so used to playing a lot of these kind of games on a computer. Since, considering how old I am, I'm like 28 now. I've probably spent more time playing with everything like super clean. And using Super Eagle filters is just insane. So let's try another graphical filter in the game. I think I'm going to switch this off pretty quickly because it's actually causing everything to vibrate. But I'm pretty sure if there are like certain, maybe not scan lines, but just a way for the game to kind of blend the picture to where it wouldn't do this. So let's just skip straight to the last one. Yeah, this is probably more ideal, since everything's kind of on a dot matrix kind of scale as opposed to just lines. But it kind of gets fuzzy, and the picture kind of jumps a little bit. But again, your results may vary depending on how you play the game. And this is the last secret that I can think of. There we go. And through here, it lets us go to this secret level. But I'd rather just kind of check it out and at least go on to the next level. Oh, I missed some. Yeah, I'm going to switch the graphical filter back to the first one, unless someone else has a suggestion for what they'd like to see. Yeah, if you go check out SEGA's 68K's YouTube channel, he actually shows a little more, kind of videos on like the step-by-step progress he was making as he was doing this port. You can also check out when he was having some issues with converting the the character AI from the PC version to this one, and watch him kind of get caught in like a certain wall in a later level. Ah! Yeah, somehow they can sometimes miss, and that's good. Because when those guys are next to you, they can do a lot of damage, and if you lose all your lives, you gotta start over. Remember, there's no save function in here right now, unless you, one of those punks that use save states. Hey, guy. There we go. Yeah, I suppose this is another game that can't really say a whole lot about. But again, it's technically impressive for what this guy's been able to accomplish. You know, just to you know, take care of a task such as this by himself. Oh boy, I think someone's behind me now. No? Weird. Sometimes enemies will kind of get caught up in these rooms. What's kind of interesting is that these guys actually patrol around waiting for you to approach them. Ah! unlike in Doom, where they enemies kind of stay in place until they're woken up. Especially since if you kind of fire in a room adjacent to, like, say, this one, it may wake up the enemies that are in there. Not all the time, but sometimes. It's actually kind of cool when that happens. Let's see here. Let's see. How about showing off a neat little Easter egg? Although it's in the original game. But I'm actually surprised that even this level of detail was kept in here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw down a save state, because I've actually saved my progress here, because this pool of blood is actually a source of health if you're below 10%. Cool, huh? Right. Back to this. Oh boy. Now supposedly there was a Sega CD version in the works of Wolfenstein 3D, but nothing ever really came of it. Actually, one of the reasons why I'm playing this is that Black Squirrel on the Sonic Retro forums had pointed out this hack. And you know what? We need Sega Bits, Sonic Retro are all about being relevant. We have to do this firsthand, so that everybody can accidentally click on our links. Although it kind of makes you wonder if there was a port of Wolfenstein to a Sega console actually, like if that actually happened, like how much would Sega be willing to go forth with, you know, being, you know, 100% true to the original game, considering it's pretty racist. But I guess we can be thankful there's no giant rats trying to chew our shins down. Oh boy. Ah! No! Yeah, this is causing the game to chug. Let's crank on some of these things here, huh? I guess it's not too bad, but there's definitely a noticeable frame rate jump when we aren't looking at these bodies. As you can see in the corner, the viz is telling you how many active objects are on the screen at once, and the door just tells you how many doors are in one level, and I guess how many objects are in the level 2. Yeah, it tells you how many static objects are, such as like chandeliers or, you know, pools of water and stuff like that. Active objects like the enemies, and of course showing how many visible objects on the screen. Blah blah blah. Technical stuff. Oh no! This is bad. Oh, it's super bad. Huh. Peekaboo. Hey, I could go for that pool of blood right about now. But hey, I made it. Uh-oh. If you do get a game over in this version of the game, it just boots you back to the title screen. But I think that's pretty much going to do it for Wolfenstein 3D on the Mega Drive / Genesis. Very impressive port for what they've been able to accomplish, for what SEGA 68K has been able to accomplish. If you do want to check this out, I think I will put a link to it in after the stream is finished, so that you guys can go check it out. But if you do a search for SEGA 68K on YouTube, you can find his YouTube channel, which also provides links to the different builds that are available. Yep, even all the quit messages are here. Yep, that's Wolfenstein 3D. We'll be right back with one more ROM hack. Well, actually, this is going to be an actual ROM hack coming up on Sega Channel Retro. Stay tuned.